This is the Varun M26-2 Pro. It's a 26x4 fat tire bike, and it comes in right around $700. But is it worth that $700? Watch the video to find out. All right, today I'm going to do a top speed test with the bike unlocked. I did figure out how to unlock the bike, and the way you do that is you go up into pedal assist level 5 and then hold the minus and the I button for a few seconds. You'll see the screen flash, and after that the bike will be unlocked. But now I'm going to do a speed test with the bike unlocked, and after that I'm going to do a long range battery test today. But here we go. I'm going to start out in pedal assist level 1, and first off we're going to just go through the different throttle levels. And it looks like it's a little lower today, but I do have the battery at a full charge. I weigh 200 pounds, and the bike is taking us up to about 7 miles per hour in pedal assist level 1. I'm going to go up to pedal assist level 2 now. And again, this is me not pedaling. I weigh 200 pounds, and we're capping out at about 11.5 miles per hour. And up to level 3. 3 kicks in pretty good. We're at 15.5 miles per hour now. Level 4. 4's taking us up to about 19.5, so the unlock definitely did work. And 5. We should cap out at 25 miles per hour. That is according to Varun. And again, this is with me not pedaling. Yep, there we are, 25, and I could feel the motor pull back a little when it hit 25. So let's do a brake test. So now I'm going to go through the different pedal assist levels with me pedaling. Pedal assist level 1. And with me pedaling, we're capping out. This is pretty casual pedaling, by the way. We're capping out at 11 and a half, in that range. Level 2. Capping out at about 12 and a half. Level 3. 15 and a half, almost 16. Level 4. $19, $20, right around 20. And level 5. I'm basically ghost pedaling now, but it is creeping up to 25. And when we hit 25, I could feel the motor draw back. Another brake test. Adequate. Okay, so first impressions for this bike is that it is a comfortable mixed bag. It's got some cheap parts and it's got some premium parts, but overall the ride is nice. I'm riding along in pedal assist level 3, maintaining about 15 miles per hour on a rail and trail, and this is normally how I ride, so as far as ride goes, it's not bad at all. Now I think most fat tire bikes on Amazon are marketed as mountain bikes. I wouldn't take this on a narrow mountain bike trail. It's just a little too big and unwieldy for that, but as far as like riding this kind of casual trail riding, it's not bad. It feels like a Walmart mountain bike frame that they put some fat tires on. They slapped a battery and a motor on it and sent it out the door as an e-bike. So it is what it is. The tires are good. It's got CST brand tires, so I can't complain there. The brakes are a little bit on the weak side. They are mechanical 160 millimeter cable driven brakes. They're not bad. They're just not something that I would trust riding out in traffic on this bike. Riding on a rail and trail like this, they're just fine with no problems whatsoever. Would I take this bike on a mountain bike trail? Absolutely not. It's a little bit too big and unwieldy for that, too heavy. And most of these bikes on Amazon do get marketed as mountain bikes. The motor, they say 750 watts, but it's 750 watt peak. It feels closer to about a 500 watt motor to me. Now, not to say this bike is all bad. I mean, if you get it at the right price, you can jump on this bike and have a pretty nice bike. But as far as, like, you know, the money that they're asking for it, it's coming in right around 700 bucks. So now, is the bike worth 700 bucks? Probably. But, you know, we're in a really competitive market for e-bikes right now, and at the time of the recording of this video, we're going into winter, so e-bike prices are cheap. So if you are interested in this bike, I would definitely hold out and maybe look for a sale. I think if you get this bike for under 600, it's definitely 1000% worth it. And I should clarify, when I talk about the price on this bike, saying that it's a $700 bike, basically, e-bikes are almost always priced 200 bucks under their actual cost. You're going to get the base cost and then another 200 bucks for shipping. So this one on Amazon right now is listed at $499, but then it's got another $199 for shipping. So your total price out of pocket is going to be right around 700 bucks. Now, you might find it where it's listed 700 bucks free shipping, or, you know, $650 and $50 shipping. But e-bike vendors do kind of play that game a lot. Just something to be aware of. Also, when I say that you should try to get this bike on a deal at $600 or less, I mean, that's shipping included. So you might find it for like $399 and then $200 shipping. But I would personally, I would put a cap of 600 bucks total on this bike. And at that price, you're getting a good deal. And maybe I'm ragging on the bike a little bit too hard. Maybe it actually is worth the 700 bucks, but man, the market is so competitive right now, and there are so many options that it just seems a little on the high side to me, especially going into winter. This time of year is when bikes are really, really cheap. All right, so here's the beginning of our battery test. I just did our 2-speed test. We're at 0.7 miles on our trip. And I'm gonna ride this thing the way I would on a rail and trail. And I'm in pedal assist level 3 now. I am pedaling on my own as well. And I do want to maintain around 15 miles per hour for this test. I'm going to take the bike on a 14-mile trip, and we're going to see what kind of battery life we have after the trip concludes. All right, here's my first battery check-in. I've gone a total of 13.5 miles so far. So I'm going to be going a bit further than I'd planned on going today. And I've got my turnaround up here, and after that point I've got to go 7 miles to get back to where I parked. This battery it's on the small side, no doubt about it, so I'm a little bit worried if it's going to take me a full 20-ish miles. Now, to be fair, I did do a lot of stopping and starting, and these 26-inch fat tire bikes do a lot better once you get up to speed and maintain your momentum. But I did a lot of like stopping and taking off quickly and ripping around and doing hard brake tests and things like that to record video for this video. So that is a factor, but it shouldn't factor in much. All right, so the finish line is just up ahead. I don't have that much further to go to get back to where I parked. So I think I can give a pretty safe assessment of the battery here. So I'm at 20.5 miles. The battery is down to 2 bars. So I've maintained anywhere from about 14 miles per hour to the upper side is 16 miles per hour for these entire 20 miles. There's definitely some voltage sag under 50% battery life, maybe a little bit sooner than that, because the last 7 or so miles, it's been kind of hard to keep the bike up to 14 miles per hour, whereas I was maintaining 15 pretty easily in the beginning. Now, I would say that total battery life, you'll probably be able to take this bike about 25 miles if you ride it the way I rode it. I weigh 200 pounds. Like I said, I've been trying to keep it in that like 15-ish miles per hour range. So if you go faster than that, you're definitely going to drain the battery faster. To test the voltage sag here, I am going to go up into pedal assist level 5 and see what kind of top speed we can get out of the bike. I doubt we'll be able to get the 25 miles per hour with this kind of voltage sag that I'm experiencing, but let's check it out anyway. 23, 24. Huh. We're at like 24.8, so there really wasn't that much voltage sag. To be fair, maybe I'm just tired and it is cold out here, so that definitely does affect my performance. So as far as the battery life goes, it performed better than I expected it would, but not much better. Doing a little gravel riding here. I mean, it's a big fat tire bike, so it's going to be just fine on gravel, and it rides nice. I have no idea what is going on here. I'm just going to explore. Looks like they're doing some kind of like man-made lake here. I'm not going to explore for long because I got to get back because the sun is setting. But yeah, this is not a bad test for some off-road gravel riding here. Yeah, pretty bumpy through here, but the bike's doing a pretty good job of absorbing all of it. Good opportunity for a hill climb here. I'm going to start out in pedal assist level 5, throttle only, and we're going to see how it tackles this incline here. It's doing it. It's not giving me any trouble at all. Yeah, it went right up, about 10 miles per hour. All right, we'll do a walk around of the bike now so you can see what we get. We get 26-inch by 4 CST BFT branded tires, so that's good. You got some good tires with this bike. Also, the rims with this bike are slotted, so it helps keep the weight down, so that's pretty good. We also get 160 millimeter disc brakes. They are mechanical brakes, and they are cable driven. A little bit on the weak side for a bike of this size, but it is what it is. The headlight up here, basically this thing came bent in shipping, so I had to bend it back, but it's on the cheaper side as far as headlights go. Up top here we've got our controls. Pretty basic control setup. Basic screen, I'm not complaining. It is black and white, high contrast. It's easy to see, so no complaints there. We've got good brake levers. Nice wide handlebars, a bell, Shimano thumb shifter. The battery's on the small side. It's a 48 volt, 13 amp hour battery. And this bike, as you can see, has an old style frame, so the battery and the controller sits on the outside of the frame. The seat is narrow. It's got plenty of padding, but it could probably do for a seat upgrade. I would just prefer something a little bit wider, but a seat is easy enough to change out. The seat is well made, and it's got some good stitching to it, so no complaints there. In the back here again, we've got a 160 millimeter disc brake, again, cable driven. There are no markings on the motor. Varun claims that it is a 750 watt peak motor, but they don't state the nominal output. So I would say that it's probably around 500 watts. That's kind of what it feels like, but that's just my best guess. We've got a 7-speed gear cassette, Shimano tourney derailleur and a derailleur guard, plastic pedals, double ring chain guard. Double ring chain guard, that's always awesome to see, but this front sprocket is a bit small for my taste. I live in flat areas, but if you live in a hilly area, this is going to be a lot better for you, but I would prefer a bigger front sprocket with these flat trails that I ride. And that's it. It's a pretty plain Jane, basic, no frills bike. The bike does weigh right around 80 pounds according to Varun's website, though it does feel pretty well balanced and it rides nice, so I haven't had any complaints about the weight so far. As far as rider height goes, I would say that this bike is going to realistically accommodate anybody who's like 5'6" to 6'2". Any shorter than that, you're going to be way too short for this bike, and any taller than that, you're going to feel really crammed. I am 5'10", and that's where I've got the seat set for me, and it's a pretty comfortable ride. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Varun M26-2 Pro. I'm going to give this one a resounding meh. I mean, it's okay. It's like I said, they slapped together an e-bike. It's kind of yesterday's news. It's got some cheap parts on it. It's got some okay parts on it, and it is what it is. If you can get it under 600 bucks, I think you're getting a good deal, but you know, otherwise, it's just kind of okay. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.